We just start talking. Jeff is going to throw in some music, and then
Just like that, I guess.
just like that. That's how we do it. Oh, Jeff's kidding it with something slow this week.
It just starts out that way.
Something about change. Probably a shirt, because I need to change my shirt.
Yeah, you should.
I
can't take you anywhere anymore.
You think a guy could eat a fry in his life or two, hey?
You were smashing those pretty good, man.
It's a good fry.
You were really into it. It's one thing you picked the right thing to eat, and then it was another thing that you were like,
Jeff, is this on the Wawa? Hold on, is this on a Wawa pedal?
oh yeah. It's called Rollin' On.
I love this.
What kind of genre is this?
It's like soul.
Soul.
Yeah, it's like,
Got a lot of soul.
you know where I see you playing this? Jeff, help me out here. What's Eric Clapton? He has that, he's got that summer, it's almost like a Woodstock type thing. Crossroads. Yeah. That's where this belongs.
That's where. Oh yeah, for sure. You can say something. You can talk. It's okay.
I'm a little scared to talk.
Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Say what you want.
Are you going to give me the rundown, or are we just going to fly by the seat of our pants?
Listen, it's too late now. Now
That
we're
was
live.
it.
Oh, that's it.
Now
I'm live.
I'm live.
You know what, fellas? We're behind a microphone. I'm good to go.
You're a natural.
You're a natural.
You started us in this business.
You're the reason we're here
We
today.
got nothing. We were just two guys that would just yell at each other.
Yeah.
Until this beautiful woman took a chance.
She said,
She
"Hey,
said, hey, you.
there's something about those two guys.
Something about it. I don't believe in them.
The best hair in the community, both of them."
I agree with that, and I never said I didn't believe in you, because if I didn't believe in you, I wouldn't be here, homie.
Yeah, fair point.
That's right.
Fair point.
Okay?
Jeff, give us, name of the song again. How do we download it?
This one's called Rolling On. It's going out to anybody
We can't hear
who's...
him.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Turn your
here.
volume up.
There
I
you
do
go.
that lots on the
Now
radio.
can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can hear you now.
Probably everybody on the broadcast could have heard me, but I had the monitor off for you guys. Sorry about that. The song is
okay.
called Rolling On. It's going out to anybody who's going through a sudden life change and needs to move on. And you can find it at Jeff Mojo Muller, pretty much anywhere you stream music.
That's
Unreal.
awesome. You know, he was looking right at me with that change comment, and I'm right there with you.
Yep.
Thanks, Jeff. Good segue into the show.
Theme of the podcast: change.
Yeah.
Lots of change.
Is this episode 83?
This is 83.
Wow, you
big year.
guys. Congratulations.
It's a big year for life,
Yeah.
for Earth,
Sure.
and the podcast. My birth year.
That's correct.
It's a good year.
You know, when I see that and then I look over at Ando as well, I'm like, God, I'm old. This is so bad.
Yeah, you are pretty old.
Yeah, I am.
No, you're not. You're only as old as you
Dimitri,
feel.
you were born in 83?
I was. Where were you touring at that
yeah,
time?
I did
Exactly.
so much stuff by the time I was 18. I was 18 years old.
So did my
in
parents. How do you think
83.
I got here?
Wow. I feel old now.
There it is. Podcast 83 starts with a bang once again. Here we are. You heard a third voice.
That's right.
There it is.
I mean, it's crazy. People wonder what is happening in this locker room. What goes on? We got the Mitch and Dimitri thing, but periodically we hear these voices. Well, I'm sorry, roster. I'm sorry if we just happen to know incredible people that do incredible things. I'm going to do a little intro, light intro,
Please.
a touch and go intro because I can't do it.
This is your thing.
This is. I'm like the ring announcer, but you're going to have to fight the fight. So you heard a third voice. Ladies and gentlemen, we brought in one of our dearest friends of all time friend.
Absolutely.
Fair?
Yeah.
I mean, we reach.
We're the reason we're here.
I mean, you want to talk about Agape Greek radio is nothing. You want to talk about podcasts is nothing. So brought in our friend Adonia. I'm going to allow you to introduce yourself in the sense, tell us a little bit who you are and what you do, and then we just move from there.
Yeah.
That's how we do it. I can't
Wait
do
a
it
second.
justice.
I think you said you were going to do the intro.
All right, I can do it.
She did. Like, I was a little confused there too. I was like, what's going on?
Well, I got
That's
scared.
okay. That's okay.
Nothing to be sure.
You
Do I do
know,
the boxing intro?
I think you should.
you want to do a boxing
Right.
intro?
It's
It's kind of fitting.
It's your thing. It's
Yeah,
my
I like
thing,
to
man.
box.
He's very good at it.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming at you live from the Alchemy Studio in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Coming into the music, Rolling with Change by Jeff Mojo Muller. We bring to you the one-time president of the Dionysos. The two-time council member of the Hellenic community. The one half of the Vixen and Jackal, who is the reigning, defending, undisputed ethnic radio show in Canada, and I would argue in the world, Adonia _AT method.
Oh my God, you're ridiculous. You're ridiculous.
Once again, crushing it.
Crushing it. Awesome. That was so wonderful, but your facts were so wrong.
It's okay. It's all about marketing.
Hey, it's all about, sometimes you gotta put salt and pepper on the food, make it taste good.
That's totally
Speaking
fine.
of marketing Matt's in the house as well.
What's up, Matt?
Yeah, they're all quiet over there.
Yeah, just got to wave through the window.
You should have seen him. We walked in.
What's up, guys?
We had our pre-drink right before we get here. We like to try to just make sure we're feeling good.
Yeah.
He had a huge smile on his face. And we know what happened again. Once again, marketing Matt. Sex. That's what's happening.
That's what's happening. He's on a roll right now.
He's on a roll.
Congratulations.
It's a big thing. It's a big thing.
Dude, it is a big thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We need the world to know. Yeah, exactly.
But all jokes aside, Adonia, thank you for coming on the show. We've
Thank
been
you for
trying
having
to
me.
coordinate this
Yes.
for the longest time, but unfortunately for you, you're dealing with two very Greek men, and that fit the stereotype of just never actioning things whatsoever.
Really sorry about
that. But we talked in the intro, the AT method. But Adonia, tell us a little bit about yourself, not just with Agape Greek Radio, but what you're doing.
Alrighty. Well, first of all, thank you for having me on your show. And yes, we finally are here together, which is great. So my story can be very simple or very complicated, but currently what I'm working on is, as you both know, I've been a yoga teacher here in Calgary for about 12 years now. Mm-hmm. Whoa. And through that journey of becoming a teacher in that field, if you will, I've also done a lot of work on myself. And I've dabbled in personal growth, in yoga, in personal training, in coaching, and all these different areas. And I needed to figure out a way to put it together, because it doesn't serve me to be all over the place doing all these different things. And many of us I've discussed this with both of you at different times. So I linked hands with my colleague and joined his method. That's right. So we just happen to have the same initials. That's why it's the AT method. It actually fits perfect.
Yeah, it does.
Because
I think it's your method.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Hey, you know what? That's fantastic, because also at the end of the day, as much as, so his name is Andrew Topping, and he's been my friend and trainer for the last 6 years off and on, and really supported me in changing one of my major life goals, which was to become healthy and learn how to exercise well and nourish myself well and sleep well. And, coming from a Greek family, from the Greek restaurant and working late nights, it was hectic to put all these things together, but I had to get clear. And I know you both know, because you both have been in the industries that I have been in, and it's been hard. So deciding that I want to do things a little bit differently. Mm-hmm. So I'm new to the venture, but it's just a matter of putting it all together. So the training people online is our focus. Yes.
All right.
So the reason I joined Arms with him is because he's coached me and we've built a trust. And because I am a product of the method, well, why not help change other people's lives if it helped to change mine?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
You say you're new to the venture, but it's easy for us to talk. I've known you, I'd say, my whole life.
Yep, you have.
And I don't think you are new to the venture. I think it's what you just said. You've just put it all together because, maybe, and for roster listening, you can, it might sound like, okay, I'm doing something new, but this is something you've been doing for a very, very long time and been successful in. And I've said it before, you are in the best shape that you've ever been.
Absolutely, yeah.
Thank
It's
you,
crazy.
guys. Yeah.
I saw
I'm
some
in the
before
worst
and
shape.
after. Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm in the worst. She's in the best.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
Time to.
You've been in the middle the whole time.
I'm in the middle the whole time. That's why I stay in the
Something
radar.
to say about
right in
consistency,
the
Mitch?
radar, buddy. Right in
Well,
the
and
radar.
that's just it. It's consistency, and it's about figuring out what your balance is. Call it your equation, call it your recipe. I don't care. It's customized to you and what you want. So how we start this is, what are your goals? And we're going to focus on health and wellness. Tell me what your top goals are, and let's get behind it. Then we create these custom packages for you that involve nutrition, personal training, and the best part of it is the accountability part. A lot of different trainers online give you a 30-day program. You buy it, they give it to you, they'll check in within a month. Let me know how you're doing. This is different. We have weekly accountability coaching calls. So everyone who joins the program is accountable for different things every week to make sure that they're creating their lifestyle. Because this is what this is.
Right.
It's not a 3-month
Totally.
get ripped fast thing. You can, but you have to maintain
Screw
it.
you, Tony Horton. I bought those DVDs.
Exactly.
Shove them right up, right up your fit ass.
And speaking of accountability, and we're going to talk more about that in a few minutes, Adonia. We're going to get to that because I think we need some guidance, me and you, right?
Yeah, I got you guys.
And the roster might need some guidance.
There's something to be said.
There's something to be said. But you know who doesn't have accountability? The writers of Game of Thrones.
Oh my God.
Can we just quickly touch and go on this?
We have
I don't
to.
want to talk about it all night.
Go ahead. You know where I stand.
Yeah, and I'm a little surprised.
How are you?
I'm a little surprised.
How are you surprised?
I'm surprised because I came in late to this game. So
Right.
I wasn't as vested as you.
You're a binge
I
watcher.
power watched, got myself right up to the game, watched
you
the
did.
ending. And if that's what you guys were waiting for, all you that were watching this over the last 10 years or 8 years or wherever this is going on, what the hell?
It made sense
How
to
could
me.
you guys not be mad? Over 1 million people signed up and said, hey, redo this.
Yeah,
Redo this.
I didn't see him put up some money.
Nope.
I didn't see him put. You know what? You 1 million people. Put up $100 each. Then how about that?
But let me just say, Bran, really? Yeah, by the way, spoiler alert. Bran, really?
Spoiler
You know what I
alert.
mean?
Hold on, you
Come
know what? If people haven't watched the season finale and their Game of Thrones addicts, sorry if you haven't caught up, then don't listen to social media
right.
for the rest of your life until you get caught up.
Exactly.
So no spoiler alerts. It's almost a week.
Thank you.
I agree.
Good point.
Okay.
See? No,
And
there you go.
at the end of the day, I'm with you, Mitch.
Yeah, thank you.
And are you just kosher with how it ended?
You can't be happy with it.
Are you just like it was okay?
No,
Like,
I'm not. Look, it's one thing of what I wanted to see. It's another thing about what the story was. So let's just backtrack. If
Right.
you want to touch and go. Everyone was upset about how Jamie and Cersei have to show how they died.
Exactly.
Yeah, I wanted Arya to knife him up too.
So did
but the
I,
only
100%.
way for Tyrion
Right.
to change his heart completely needed for that to happen. That's why the writing's
Quick
brilliant.
question.
That's why the writing's
Since
brilliant.
when do you
I see
listen
these
to
angles,
a prisoner?
Mitch.
When
I listen
so they
to the
bring the
angles.
prisoner, he talks, and then they all decide to take what he says.
What are you talking about? What prisoner? Which
Tyrion, he was the prisoner for a while, right?
Right.
And then they bring him in, he does his whole spiel, and the next thing you know, everyone's voting, and this guy becomes the
the
king.
hand. No,
Yeah.
Tyrion becomes Bran.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
It's a little ridiculous. The whole thing's offside.
No, it's not
It's
offside.
No.
Nah. He's
Come
a
on.
smart guy.
No.
Look,
I don't
it
know
was
what
a new
was
beginning.
really
It
offside?
was a new beginning. Jon Snow never wanted it. And by the way,
You know
if we
what?
don't talk about how good of a king Jon Snow is, I've been thinking about this.
What?
That guy got himself knifed by his own people in the Night's Watch. What do you think would have happened to him?
Good point. However, all he had to do was just have a little sex with Thea. That's it. That's
He
all he had to
did.
do.
He
You know
did.
what?
Again, that's what caused this whole
You
thing.
know what? And I got to
She
tell
was so
you,
stressed
Game
out.
of Thrones,
I
brings-
guess.
it
You're
brings
right.
a whole new meaning to
All
Gamma
you
Thea.
need
Because he
is
would have just done it.
All you need is love.
Oh my God, this is what it's like, ladies and gentlemen, to be in the
I'm
real
telling
locker
you.
room.
Think about
This
it.
is what it's like, and
Millions-
I dig it.
Millions
Yeah.
died because he wouldn't do what he had to do. And then he ends up killing her. And then he gets like basically thrown in jail in a weird way.
Yeah, but he
Ooh,
kind of
yeah,
got
he
what he
got-
wanted, though.
He got
No,
nothing.
He didn't get what he wanted.
He looked a little disappointed.
And why was it never discussed? It's just this thing that everyone knows who Jon Snow is all of a sudden, but nobody talked about it. It didn't come up in the end.
You know what?
Come on.
This is where you take a little bit of a hoot and you just.
This is where the
listen to
AT
that.
method
exactly.
wins.
Yeah,
methodical.
freaking You have to look at it from different angles and different perspectives because if you don't, one way is not going to get you there.
That's true. But
Okay.
you know, Ando, to cut in. Sorry, Jeff. 1 second.
all right.
Just so you guys know that in Vegas and overseas, there was big bets being put on this, and Bran was heavy favorite to win, 2 to 9 odds, which basically is like. You know,
We don't want to give you the favorite. We want to give enough for the bettors to make a little bit of money.
It got to the point where Irish bettors wouldn't even take the bet anymore. That's how
you guys
big this
for
was.
real?
Yeah, it's real. Yeah.
can-
Some of the things we say is actually real.
You know what's ridiculous? I can't believe that the Iron Throne turned into a wooden wheelchair.
Yeah. What's it?
I mean, that's probably the
Well
real
done.
tragedy.
Oh my! That was
joke, sir.
Best joke ever.
Yeah,
Write it down.
best
Hey, marketing
joke.
Matt, maybe
Write
do
that
something
in.
this week.
Yeah, do
Post
that.
so the guys at like Barstool don't steal it. Okay.
I was just going to add for anybody who's not already pissed off by the plot and how it all ended, check out YouTube for stuff like water bottles found on set.
Oh yeah, the Starbucks cup.
Yeah,
like what the heck is
Starbucks
up with
cup
that?
and- yeah.
That's
I can
mailing
explain
in.
it.
That's what I'm talking about.
I
They're
can
mailing
explain
it in at the end.
I can explain it.
What?
That was Brad. Remember what Bran did the Hodor?
Right.
Okay. Bran got into like a barista's mind.
Yeah.
Comes back from the Starbucks
brought
cup.
it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because he's a winner fan.
And Hodor,
Right.
now in hindsight, he's the MVP of the show.
Huge
He's the
MVP.
MVP. Carrying him around through blizzards,
my God.
holding doors.
Seventh defenseman.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, for Bran, if we can put it in a sports analogy, like this guy, for example, look, you got to be level-headed. He's the GM of GMs.
Yeah.
Jon Snow was like the Wayne Gretzky. Great player. Love the player. Coach, not so good.
Not so good.
Not so good.
Well, yeah, I agree. He was kind of, I don't want to say this word on air, but
Just don't be racist. Go ahead.
I just don't like how he held his ground. Like he wasn't a man.
That's
you know?
right.
Yeah.
That's
He
right.
wasn't a
Yeah.
man. And it
Where-
was just like, John, where'd you go?
Yeah, where did
you
John
came
go?
back from the dead, yo. You was stabbed to death. What happened?
Must
Yeah.
have left something behind, John.
Oh, looks like they didn't repair all the pieces, Mr. Snow.
Listen, we got to get to the show itinerary.
God,
Believe it or
that's
not, we
awesome.
do talk sports.
We
once in a
talked
while.
sports a couple times.
Yeah.
They
Here
talk
and there.
sports.
Yeah.
They do.
All right, what do we got on the show today?
Look, I'm going to tell you what we're going to start with. And that's right. 2 weeks in a row. NBA, you get the number one spot.
That's right. Then a little NHL.
We gotta
You
talk
moved
about
up a
it.
rank, but you're still behind.
You got to
Oh,
work
Still
for it.
behind.
Yeah.
Mitch, are we doing? Tell me we're doing it. Tell
It's happening.
Adonia
It's gonna happen.
and us that rapid banter is a thing.
It's a real thing. Wait until you see what rapid banter is, Adonia. It's crazy.
And
Guys, I listened to the show.
Oh, you do? Oh, wow. This is real. For all those that thought we were just making up these downloads, no, it's real. It's real. Yeah,
no,
Your numbers are real. You have viewers.
And then we got to finish it off with everyone's favorite. That's it. It's a little Maga
come on,
Malaka.
Come on, a little
This
bit of history.
podcast rocks.
I get excited for the show, you know that. Especially when we get guests that come in, and you know that. And Mitch knows it. Marketing Matt knows it. And above all, Jeff knows it.
That's right.
Before we get into any of that, and Jeff, please cue the music. We got to give to you the Headversity metrics of the week. That's right, Headversity.com is the genius that brings you the website, reallockerroomtalk.com. And if you don't believe me, why don't you just do something for a sec while you're perusing the AT method and get on Headversity.com. Sign up
That's
for the
right.
newsletter. Hashtag Ask Dr. RT. You can use it on the social media channels. It's a beautiful thing. These guys are tackling the stigma in mental health and workplace resilience. Headversity.com. Now I'm going to throw you a metric. The metric is the number 2. 2 being the consecutive weeks that Marketing Matt is on the sex trade.
Wow, way to go, Matty.
There you
That's
go,
it,
Matty.
buddy.
Marketing Matt.
Woo! Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
So it is true.
Uh-huh. He was holding back on us. But I've also got a metric for you. We're -1.
Uh-oh.
We lost a listener because of you.
Yeah,
That's
no.
right.
You know what? You know
The
what?
girl that he's sleeping
I
with?
was gonna
It can't be that bad, is it?
Jeff, cue the music again. Well, yeah, it depends what side you're on. Okay, you know what? I was gonna wait till later. I'll address this right now.
Yeah, bring it up, please.
I'll address it. Look,
Get this over with.
Cousin Jim,
Yeah.
baby, sugar, honey. Take it easy, okay? Look, I understand. I brought your name up on the podcast, and you're happy. We did a walk by at church, okay, during Holy Week.
It's a big
It was a
thing.
great thing. It was a big thing. We acknowledged it. But relax, okay?
Yeah.
I don't mention you one week. It's okay.
He was visibly upset last
I'm a
week.
married
I'm not lying
man,
to you.
Cousin Jim.
He
Okay,
was
I'm a married man. Like,
letting you know.
we can't. I can't be bringing you up every single week.
Not every week.
Just time out.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't got to go crazy. Don't go Sharon Stone on me.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I don't want you looking for a new sponsor.
I'm just letting you know he was visibly
But I'm
upset.
just saying, Matt,
letting
Cousin Jim, I'll don't worry about it. Okay,
That's
you got to be a little Nick Foles right now. Okay,
Yeah.
right now you're the Friday night girl. Just we got to be that for now.
Just
okay?
for now. It's not a big
Take
deal.
it easy. Now, if you're going to keep acting crazy, and I don't want to do it,
That's it.
But I might cut you off completely.
Oh, don't do that.
It's
Don't
not up
crush
to
him.
me.
Yeah.
It's not up to me.
It's up to
Okay?
him. You're right. You're
Okay?
right. You're right.
I'm just saying.
That's it.
Hey.
Is that it? We're done?
Look, we talked about downloads from Headversity. We talked about Adonia downloading. We get all the help in the world. However,
Right.
that's not the only place that we get help. And Mitch, cue your music.
Literally had it already.
Because we get downloads from little radio station. If it not had been for the Vixen and Jacko called Agape Greek Radio, that's AGAPE GreekRadio.com, where you can listen to Real Locker Room Talk Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, really anywhere in the world at any time zone. It's actually really convenient. You know, in theory, you could fly from Calgary to Kuala Lumpur and catch the same show.
Yeah,
That's how crazy this
That's how
radio
good it is.
It's magical.
It's magical.
You know, Stan the man he's done something crazy over there. Okay, and he's even moved on to this Agape Greek TV.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, at the same time, Adonia, now that you're here and cat's out of the bag, I mean,
Right.
we know you're the reigning, defending ethnic radio station, but we're coming for the title.
We're coming.
Hey, you know what? Bring it.
We're coming. But this is no joke.
I like the collaboration though, because we each have separate shows.
Right.
I have a local show here that you guys have been on. Oh, no, you haven't been on that one yet. That's the one I still need to get you guys on.
That's
but the
right.
Agape Greek Radio, and I mean, that's where it all started. You guys came in for an interview.
Yep.
Stan the man heard you guys, and boom, here
Boom.
you are.
There it is.
All over the web, and I think that's fantastic. So I think we need to keep collaborating, keep supporting each
Yes,
other.
that's right.
You know?
Absolutely. Now, did you know who that was singing just now? I know Adonia knows. Do you know who that was?
Are you crazy?
Who is it?
Who was
That
it?
that was.
Come on.
You know how many times I've turned Elena Paparizou down?
That's amazing.
Do
Just
you
so you
know how
know,
many times?
do you know where she's from?
Where's she from?
From the area.
Get
she's
out
from
of here. Is she from-
Mavromati. Yeah, it's close
Nah,
by. I
is
don't
she
want to say
from-
anything.
is
I
she
don't want to
from
say
Korea?
anything. She's from the
She's from
area.
the Korea.
You know.
Get out of here.
Yeah, she's close.
Really?
That's it.
Can we call her?
We can. She's a cousin of a cousin of a cousin.
Hold on a sec.
Yeah.
You're telling me that you're related to Elena
No, not at
Paparizou.
all. Cousin of a cousin of a cousin from the other side.
And you're telling me that you've turned her down how many times? Does that mean you guys had a thing?
Well, you know, she wanted the thing, but Adonia, come on. you know,
Listen,
how much-
I wish we could get into
how
that.
much-
Adonia.
how much
I
is
wish
there
we
to
could
go around?
totally get
There's
into
a part
it.
of my life that I
Yeah,
need to block out, not for me, but for her.
For her. It's probably better that way.
It
Yeah,
is. It is.
it is.
You know, she.
Yeah.
Why do you think she stopped making albums for a couple years?
Yeah.
She tried to get back on.
She tried.
I said, hey,
No.
hey,
Hey.
okay,
Hey.
you are my fire.
That's right.
Her lover, undercover.
Good save. That was
Nice
good.
save. Well
Did you
done.
know that song is done in both languages?
Yes. Yes.
She was amazing. at one
Eurovision.
time. Eurovision.
She is.
And we're in the
amazing.
finals again, from what I understand. Right? Greece is?
Are we in the finals?
Yes, we are.
We're in the
Yes,
finals.
we're in the finals again.
Really?
We seem to dominate the music scene. It's
Speaking of
crazy.
domination,
Yeah.
I got to throw this out there. Roster, we've mentioned it before we even had him on our bonus episode, but I want everyone to be clear while we're on the Greek train right now. Our very own George Ferocious Kambosos Jr. from Australia is making a big splash going international. He's come to the States. He's now going to be fighting June the 7th
Yeah.
in Athens, Greece.
Crazy.
The Spartan warrior himself.
Amazing.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me just paint the landscape of what's happening for our friend over here. He is the number 5 ranked IBF junior lightweight, soon to be champion. Now, the number 1 and 2 spots are vacant right now, so a win here in Athens, Greece is going to catapult him, and you can see him fighting for an international title very soon. You can follow him if you get on the Real Locker Room Talk page, but George Ferocious Kambosos Jr. And check out the bonus episode that we have as well, because you get a real flavor for what he's like.
He's a
But
beauty.
good on him, yeah.
Good guy. Good guy. And one last thing. Do you know whose birthday it is today?
Hold on, birthday today, May. What are we? May 23rd.
It's the Guru. Yeah.
Get out of here.
It's only
Hockey
the 22nd.
It's Jonathan's birthday. We have to send a shout out to.
That's right.
That's right. It's Jonathan's birthday. So happy birthday! to
Happy
the Hockey
birthday,
Guru.
Jonathan.
That's
He's 11 going on 40.
Yeah. Oh, isn't that the truth?
Smart.
Smartest kid
And
in
the
the-
podcast was amazing that he was here with you guys.
He was unbelievable.
Yeah.
We almost lost our job because of him.
Yeah.
So happy birthday, but don't come back.
We screen calls from the fan 960.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, who's that Jonathan? We're like, he's nobody.
He's nobody.
His
Don't worry
parents,
about him.
His parents don't let him out much.
Yeah, they're-
And
he's got a
vapes.
curfew. It's like
Did you hear
6.
he vapes? He's 11 in vapes. Just think about if you give him
He's
a
got
payroll.
a vape problem. Yeah, exactly. I love how we're trashing an 11-year-old. This is amazing.
You know what I loved about it when we took him out, right? So we went to Joy Tomatoes down the street,
Yeah.
and this was the best. So at first we're like, because Mitch and I was sitting in the lounge before we come in, so we just walk in the lounge. We're like, well, he can't sit here. We're like it was an episode of Big Daddy.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
That's
So on the
exactly.
way home, Vivian phones. And we're on speaker, and she goes, "Oh, how was it?" She's like, "Oh, Ma, it was the best thing in the world." We went to Joey's, tried to get into the lounge, couldn't get there, right? And then we sat over.
And then all you hear is a dial tone on our end.
Oh my God, it's amazing. She's
All
like,
right.
so you're never going on the podcast again.
No, he's not allowed. Yeah.
Yeah, he can.
And his vaping problem is not good. He's got a little bit of it.
They're starting in like grade 6 now. It's
Yeah, they're
crazy.
huge. All right. Speaking of that, we got to get into the sports thing. All right,
Okay.
we got to start it. So, Andonia, get ready. Here we go. We're
Ready.
going to start with a little NBA. We said it last week. The NHL, for many months, was taken over. It was taken over. Why?
Absolutely.
Because first round was amazing. It was fantastic. But a lot of upsets. What happens there? A lot of upsets, a lot of great TV. But then come the third round, it was boring as crap.
Yes.
And then the NBA just upped its game to
Dominated.
the point where we'll start in the Eastern Conference. Let's start with a little Milwaukee, where the Greek Freak and his number 1 ranked team took on the Toronto Raptors, number 2 ranked team in the NBA. But our local guys, well, somewhat local, Canadian local, right?
You know, our friends at Agape Greek Radio East must be loving life right now. It's a win-win for them. Either
It
Toronto
really
gets
is.
in
Really
or
is.
Yanni gets in.
Yeah.
You know,
It is, and they're all rooting for Yanni.
They are. Hey.
They are.
Yanni, yeah.
They're fickle fans, but wait until I tell you why they're not going to cheer for him very much longer. Watch what happens here. So you got Milwaukee. They're up 2-0. They go back to Toronto, and the fans go crazy. Jurassic Park is what they call the fans that are outside. They're ready to rock the insides out. Drake's on the sidelines ripping everyone apart. The series is tied at 2 now. Dimitri, does this change your outlook on how the series is going to go, tied at 2 now?
No, it doesn't change my outlook because I think it's exactly as we said it was going to be. Now, this is a series between two juggernauts, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Kawhi Leonard. So I'm happy that it is where it is right now. I want to see this go Game 7. I want to see it go down to the wire because let's face it, our friends to the West and the Golden State Warriors are just waiting to basically win the championship again. This is real grit and determination right here. Yeah, it is playing out exactly the way that I thought it would thus far.
Ando, have you been watching any of it?
It's on every TV. Everywhere I look, there's hockey on one.
Yeah.
The basketball on the other, and 2 different types of groups of people cheering at different times.
Okay.
It's chaos out there. But I'm kind of with him. I'd like to see it go to Game
7.
7.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I'm 100% on board.
Are
Game
you?
7.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I hate to say it. We said it on the podcast a couple weeks ago.
What?
I'm slightly cheering for Toronto. Slightly.
Well, yeah.
My Canadian
Is that
roots
because
are
Canadian,
outdoing
right?
it.
I was gonna
Outdoing
say,
it.
I was gonna say.
It just is. But I've
this
been
is-
cheering for the Raptors for a while.
Of course,
Yeah.
which is normal, I believe,
Yeah.
can be in Canadian descent. But then, the Greek roots are in there and you're like, hold on a second. And I think it's awesome because it's in a different day and age. You've never seen this before.
Right.
The Greeks are dominating again.
Yes.
In all aspects of the world, I believe.
Well, hey, we are doing tennis. Name it, we can do it. That's
Right?
what it is.
Look
It
at
is.
Tsitsipas right
But
now.
here's a little Greek side of it. And for all the fans that are not Greek, I'm sorry. It's not our fault. It just is what it is.
It is.
Not
You
at
can
us.
convert
It's not-
anytime.
It is what it is.
Convert anytime.
So right now,
We baptize.
last week, did I not bring it up? We brought it up, actually. We said, do they start promoting and start trying to get his attention now? At that time, they were down 0-2, right?
Right.
But how does Toronto try to keep this guy? Here's a guy that LA is going after, New York's going after, all the big markets are going after. They're trying to keep him. So they started this new hashtag. They started this new promo where all the local businesses, especially restaurants, are told, if Kawhi ends up staying and you support him, free food for life. Could you imagine our parents now
What?
going... Now imagine our parents are in Toronto right now going, wait a minute, he stays and he comes to the restaurant, eats for free. With who? By himself or with his family? It's with his family. How well is this going to be run? Do you think the Toronto Greek fans are now going, wait a minute.
With that food cost, with those margins, are you crazy?
Are
Can you
you
imagine the
insane?
disaster that's going on right now?
Hold on a second. Isn't he the one making the money?
He is making tons of
See,
money.
you know
and he'll
what?
make a
So
huge
then
contract.
why-
Yeah.
You own a bar, don't you? You own a restaurant. See,
Clearly.
that's he has the money. Okay, he spends it.
Well-
no, not here.
The big
But they're
promo
right.
is that if
That's
he ends up
insanity.
staying in Toronto, anybody that's supporting Toronto, so if anyone jumps on this hashtag, so if it's like, Mr. Greek, argument's sake, not that they are, I'm just saying, if
Yeah.
they jump on it and they're saying we support Kawhi, if Kawhi ends up staying in Toronto, he's gonna walk into a Mr. Greek going, hi, how you doing? I'll get this, I'll get this, I'll get this. Put it on the tab. See you later.
Do
And he
they
walks
make
out.
contracts for these things, though? Or is this just like
This is
said?
a city thing. This is a city trying to
Is
promote
there a
him.
signature? Like, come on.
No. This is just a
He's
city
gonna
thing
walk
trying to
into
bring him
my
in.
magazine and I'm just gonna be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna feed you for free." Because
I don't think he's
Does
actually
the
going to take
Louis
advantage
give a
of it.
discount? Does the Louis give Kawhi Leonard a discount?
What do
Okay,
you
well,
do?
we'll probably give him his first meal for free.
You got to. You have no choice. But then when he likes the pizza, he's coming back.
He's
What do
coming
you do
back.
next time?
There's also another word in Greek called philotimo. So if you have any sense of it, you will not expecting anything for free because he sure didn't make it where he is for free.
I don't
That's
think he's
right.
gonna. I think he's the kind of guy he's gonna drop $1. I don't think he really wants it, but that's the promo that's going on in
That's
Toronto right now,
insane.
trying to keep him.
I think it's a losing battle. I've said it
Torontonians
before.
are going crazy.
The only way that he thinks about staying is if they lose, and his ego tells him to no. This was a team that we can win with. I got to take it again because if the Raptors win or make the final, I
Right.
think the final's just enough for him. He's gone. He's gone. So save your money,
I think so too.
restaurateurs.
We said it last week. I think he's going to be gone either which way, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He already hit the game-winning shot. He's going to be on the Canadian, as we said, the Canadian postage stamp next week, this, that, the other. He's already made Canadian history by getting the Raptors to that next level. Now it's up to somebody else to...
Can they
take
trade Drake? Does Drake have trade value?
I don't think so. I think he just owns the
I don't think
stands.
anyone wants him.
Because let me hold on. Food for thought. I've been
Yeah.
thinking about this.
Okay.
What if? Because let's say Kawhi wants to go to the Lakers. Who's the guy on the sidelines for the Lakers? Classic guy. Shows up to every Lakers game.
Yeah, Jack?
Jack Nicholson.
Not anymore.
What if? Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. What if
Yeah.
the Toronto Raptors, in a 1-for-1 deal,
Oh, I like this.
with a conditional pick,
Yes.
and maybe $50,000 in cash,
Right.
trade Drake to the Lakers for Jack,
Right.
and the rights to keep Kawhi?
I love it. I
Boom.
like this.
You're welcome.
I like this.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
How long have you been thinking about that one for?
Oh, trust me.
6 days.
So you're really good, but like that was too good
Too
to like
practice,
to
too
do
practice.
on to do on the spot. Like
Do you? So you do believe that Milwaukee's going to still pull it off in the end?
Slightly, yes.
Slightly.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick with my Toronto Ando. You're the tiebreaker. Go with your heart.
why do you got to put?
Just for
pressure on
fun.
me?
Just for fun.
Maybe we're going to bet on it. Maybe
Yeah,
not.
maybe
Either
not.
way, we're just
Get the account open.
What are you
Open it up.
feeling?
Open it up.
Game changers.
All right, can you repeat the question so everybody knows?
Who do you like in this one? It's tied 2-2. It's a best of 3 now.
Okay.
Is it Milwaukee and the Greek Freak or Toronto and Canada?
And-
I'm just gonna go with my first instinct,
Yes.
and it's Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
It is.
Yes.
It is.
Way to go.
Yeah.
All right. From there, we go to the West. We go to Golden State. Golden State last week said, hey, we're playing Portland. Big deal. Not a big deal. They win 4 straight. 4 straight games. I for sure thought this was going to go 7.
Don't get me started.
I know. It's crazy,
Don't-
isn't it? Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm going to get...
All right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Got dragon
Open it
smoke
up.
coming out of your
You
nose.
know what? This is where Portland, just like Houston, you're getting Xilo.
Yeah.
You're getting Xilo. And I'm going to... How many times do you have to be up in the third quarter to close out the game and not beat the Golden State Warriors?
Every Greek kid is now cowering under their desk
That's
somewhere.
how we all got Xilo. It was every syllable, right?
Yeah, it's
we
a
got
syllable.
hit at every syllable.
Just for those of you that don't know what xylo is, it translates to wood.
Yeah.
So basically, beats with wood.
Beats
Yeah.
with wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which isn't entirely true, but
You
it
know.
might as well sometimes be that.
You know what? A shame on this Portland team. They had the lead every single game, but you gotta finish. You know what? It's kind of like what Adonia is doing at the AT method over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta follow the plan through. You gotta
Absolutely.
follow it through. You gotta commit. This is a team that was, and I really paid attention to this series after the first game, because when I saw that, okay, yeah, Golden State came out and closed the game, but Portland was winning for the majority of the game, the first game into the fourth quarter. I said, maybe there's something here. Every game was like that. Shame on them. You
Shame.
got to finish. And that's why Golden State is who they are. Look, you can
Absolutely.
talk about stacked team all you want. This is a team, I've said it before, they are a second half team. They know how to win when they're not winning. And I got to say, like, yeah, we're waiting for them to win again, but I mean, why wouldn't they? They got the killer instinct.
So with that sweep, this is now 5 times that they're going to the championship game. 5 straight years
Holy
that they're going to
cow.
the championship.
5 in a row.
Amazing.
And if they win this, it'll be 4 out of 5 championships. Here's the simple question. Is this the best NBA team that's ever existed?
Yes, and no other NBA team would beat them. Look, let's just look at the
That's a
facts.
little, hey, well,
How are
No.
you so sure about that? I was just gonna say.
I'm going to look at these facts right here.
Okay.
The success of the Golden State Warriors, for me, is to, number one, they're just scoring more points than anyone else in history. And a lot of that has to do with guys like Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. They're shooting the 3.
That's true.
okay.
I'll give you
So, number one, they're scoring more points. In an era where I believe that every year is the best overall year for anything, just because it's our human nature. We become more efficient, we evolve, we become better. They are achieving the highest amount of points in the best possible overall era of sports. So I'll tell you,
Nice.
Michael Jordan and the Bulls,
hey, be careful.
4
Be careful what you say.
straight.
Be careful.
4
straight
straight.
against Jordan.
And Pippen.
Jordan would eat these guys alive. Now, I'm not saying that you're not somewhat right.
Mitch,
I'm not saying you're not somewhat right.
Does he not do a Malakia? Does he not always have to say something stupid?
You know what?
Mitch is like
Did you not get to talk? Did you not get to talk? Did you not get to talk? I'm just asking. I'm just saying.
You know what? Because you're an overtalker.
I'm the overtalker.
When it comes to this one, no, and this is why it's bullshit, Mitch, because you always bait me into these arguments. You know, Adonia listens to the show. She's not dumb. She knows that you're like, you always try to throw the LeBron
just
Jordan
so you know,
thing. No, it's my turn.
Just so you know, you spoke for Adonia, you spoke for me, you spoke for everybody. Okay, everybody.
Yeah, because I'm the Brad Stark of the podcast. You're welcome.
You're welcome. Exactly.
I'm not sure if you guys heard the bells and the buzzers. Usually it's time to go to each of your
No, not when it comes to us.
Doesn't help much with
No, not with us.
I know.
I thought Jeff was playing another track on his song.
So we wait.
Yeah.
So Golden State now has got 10 days to basically sit back, relax, and wait for Milwaukee and Toronto to beat each other senseless and then meet them in the finals. Golden State's ready to go. Do you think Golden State's just basically going to win this the way they're playing right now? Do you like the way they're playing?
Yeah, I do. I can't be convinced otherwise. Not to say that Toronto or Milwaukee don't have the capability to do it. But Mitch, I mean, I just have no reason to go against them right now.
Right.
Also, 9 or 10 days off, you guys. That's a long time. And we've seen it with our local hockey team here. We've seen it over and over and over again. Is that an advantage or is that a disadvantage? Like, think about it, going back to maybe what I do.
Yeah.
If you take 9 or 10 days out of your life to come off of your workout plan, not eat well, eat like crap for 9 or 10 days. You don't check in with your coach if you have a coach, which is really good to have if you want to get somewhere that you're not getting to. So that's, in my mind, I would take it as a disadvantage because it's too much off time.
Yes.
I know in the off time they probably do have practices and skill training and all these things. But when you're in championships, you're at the end of the hall and you're waiting for that other team to finish. Timing seems a little bit off here, but I think it's too much time to rest.
Yeah.
If you don't work out for a week, how do you feel? If you don't go running, because I know you like to run.
It's true. It's all true.
Do you know what I'm saying?
We're going to get to that. Don't you worry. You're absolutely right. No, you're 100%
You bring
right.
up an amazing point.
And it's been shown actually a few times now in the playoffs, both NHL and NBA, that when you have that little time off, it is not in any way a benefit and not in any way. So we leave the NBA and good little segue that Adonia brought up. We're on to hockey now.
Hockey.
Listen, you've made it. You made it onto the podcast. I'm not really sure how. But DEFCON 4 has been averted, all right? Carolina didn't make it to the Stanley Cup. Why? Because Boston decided to maul them. They didn't wait a little bit. They didn't say, let's play with them a little bit. They literally cut their throats out. They killed them. It's over. It's done.
The Hurricanes couldn't bear the onslaught of the Bruins.
There it is. No, but in all honesty, so we have the Eastern Conference Final champions. It's the Boston Bruins. They were efficient. They were effective. They did everything correct. And the experience, I think, played a big role now. And they won 4 straight. Now, like you said, Adonia, they had to wait a little while.
Yeah.
And they waited for the Western Conference champions, which is who? The St. Louis Blues. Here's a team that the beginning of January was the worst team in the NHL.
In the league, yeah. What's going on here, guys?
Then they said, let's fire our coach. By the way, if you're that coach, how bad, how can you possibly ever get a job again? Literally.
Like, you're the problem.
You were literally the problem. It's
not up to debate.
You know, like that,
wow.
we joke, it's not you, it's me. No, it was you. It must have been you.
They phoned him back. They not only broke up with him with the line then ghosted him.
Yeah.
And took him back. So actually it was you.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Give us our money back.
Like Mike Yo should cancel his Tinder account.
Right.
Like it's you.
How do you know that?
Well, watch this. This is how you know.
We do our research.
They get rid of him, Adonia. Then on top of it, they said, you know what? This season's lost. Let's bring in a rookie goalie, which is something you just don't do unless you're trying to get that kid some experience. This kid comes in, he starts ripping it up. Next thing you know, these guys have not gone through the easy path. They beat Winnipeg. They beat Dallas. Now they beat San Jose, and they're in the Stanley. Talk about taking the hardest route. They went from literally the worst team in the league to number 1. It's St. Louis versus Boston. It's kind of saved the NHL season somewhat. Dimitri, Adonia, who do you like?
If I got to pick with my head, I'm going to continue to stick with the Boston Bruins, a team that's been consistent, enough players on the team that understand how to win. Who am I cheering for? I'm cheering for the St. Louis Blues.
Yeah. Is it because they're the underdogs?
I have a thing with underdogs for sure, but what did he say?
Isn't Don Cherry?
Oh, no. Actually, I haven't seen him for a while. This is the least amount of Don Cherry that I've had in a playoff. But I just like the way that they're playing. I really, really do. And I don't know. Sometimes this momentum train, it's a thing. Like they don't fear anyone anymore.
It really is.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Going back to taking the time off in between, that can make or break you. But I'm leaning more to the break because that's what has been seen lately.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, Boston is dominating. When did St. Louis can their coach?
Oh, it was like beginning of January.
Beginning of January. And same when the goalie came in?
Basically.
So, like, those are big risks to take.
Yes.
And being the underdogs, they've proven, hey, look at this. Don't ridicule us. Yeah, we started at the bottom. But when have you been at the bottom of something and climbed your way up?
Wait.
Last Saturday night. It's usually how we start.
Of course, that didn't work out the way that I wanted to.
I got a question for you guys. We all love our feel-good stories, right? But the big one was Joe Thornton. Here's a guy who's been in the league for like 20 years or almost 20 years. Everyone, he was playing for San Jose. And he used to play for Boston. So the big storyline would have been Joe Thornton playing his old team for the Stanley Cup, okay?
Yeah.
Do you feel sorry for him that he's not going to get a chance to win the Stanley Cup, probably, ever? This was kind of his last chance, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know what? I do kind of feel sorry for him, but it goes for many other awesome players that you know out there.
That's it.
They've been bouncing around.
So why do I feel sorry for him?
Well, I feel sorry for him.
Don't
you always have to make a choice? Either you're going to stick it out and you're going to go with this team for as long as you can, be the captain, climb the chain, whatever, or you're going to think and estimate that team's going to win the Stanley Cup this year or that one, or I'm just going to retire and play golf for the rest of my life.
That's true.
I don't know.
You know what? I just, when it comes to sports and how much money these guys make and their passion and this and that, don't get me wrong. These guys are awesome guys and, you know, it is kind of sad, but I'm not that sad for them. Sorry, man. I'm not that sad.
You know, for every Joe Thornton that you feel sad for, that you wish would have it, is a Binnington who's the new guy who's just worked his way to get it. At the end of the day, the merits to me is what counts. Yeah, I feel sad for Joe Thornton. But
at the end of the day, Joe's got a big house and a big salary.
That's right. You got
probably a really nice motorcycle.
I agree, Joe.
Look, it's a tough league, and I'm not going to sit here and whine about Joe Thornton when St. Louis decided to show up.
That's it.
They're the ones who deserve it.
That's right.
End of story. It's not what we think. So.
Boom. There it is.
And that being said, going back to showing up, you want something super bad, you guys, you got to show up every freaking day. That's the only way it works. And I'm telling you, and you may have heard it, and yeah, you want to wake up and you don't want to do today. But guess what? You're going to pull your pants up and you're going to, well, I don't know about your case, but you're going to pull your pants up and you're going to do it.
He's pointing to Dimitri, by the way.
I think everybody knew that. So just do it. And if it doesn't end up looking the way that you wanted it to, look at everything else that unfolded in that process. You had maybe one goal and it turned around completely differently, but maybe satisfied you on a completely different level that you didn't even know existed.
That's a good point.
So,
great point.
Now, I gotta say, quick,
No.
I mean,
Ella.
you know, a quick touch and go here as it relates to your field of work.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you got to see this all the time.
all the time.
Exactly.
You know, like I feel because where you're in is I mean, everyone is accessible. This not everyone's an NHL player, not everyone's
That's
a
right.
spectator watching, but you're dealing with the real people at the ground level that are experiencing this very thing. How often does that happen?
It happens all the time. Working with different people of different nationalities, of different weights, of different sizes, of different mental processes.
That's where Mitch and I differ at that
absolutely,
point.
yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's why taking that one-on-one time with that person to really figure out what is it that you want. You tell me what you want. Let's get it on paper. Let's map it out. You have to map it out and you got to follow that map. Yes, it's going to change. Boulders are going to be thrown around. It's just not maybe going to turn out exactly how you mapped it out, but you got to be open to that. Right?
So I got a question for you. Is it when it comes down to, as you're saying, when it comes to working out and getting yourself better and all that stuff,
Yeah.
are you saying it's commitment? You're saying maybe the number one problem you're having is commitment? Or from the people you see is they're not putting enough time towards it? Is that what
What comes up for me, Mitch, is the mindset.
Okay.
Because we're creatures of habit. Correct?
Yeah.
So when we're creatures of habit, we get stuck in our ways. We want to do things so badly, so differently, but there's something that's holding us back. So that's why having a coach, a mentor. Have you guys had coaches and mentors in your lives?
Unofficially, I guess. Unofficially.
I like to think I'm Dimitri's mentor and vice versa. He's mine.
Okay.
If that's...
That works too,
That's
but
the
like
most
somebody
beautiful thing that you've ever said to me.
somebody who you have said to, hey, my shit actually stinks and I need help.
Right.
Okay. Somebody to support you and guide you. Right. And I think that's what makes this program stand out, because the coaching accountability piece, I'm going to guide you and support you, but it's going to be ultimately up to you. You're going to give me your word that you're going to complete this in this next week.
Yeah.
Awesome. You said you're going to eat 5 or 6 small meals a day. You're going to work out 4 to 5 times a week.
Yeah.
You're going to sleep. You're going to maybe meditate. Like, we incorporate what you want. I'm not going to write everything down for you.
Okay.
Nor am I going to give you a nutrition plan that's chicken and vegetables. Because I'm sorry, I was Greek before I became any of this stuff, and I love to eat.
Right.
And
Thank you. I think you're the first person who's actually just said that, for crying out
The
loud.
thing
What a
is, though, when you come to me, I'm going to ask you questions about what is it that you do eat every day. Most of the time, you're not eating enough. The metabolism to work needs to be constantly, like, you need to fire it up. So if you're not having the amount of calories that you need to in a day, well, you're going to store more fat. So you need to get your metabolism working. So I'm not going to change what you're eating unless it's like McDonald's and all that stuff. Then we got to really work on your mindset.
Right.
But if you want to lose weight, lose fat, gain muscle and strength, like, that mentality piece is the first thing. I'm going to do this, and this is what it's going to look like. And then we put all the tools into place.
I'm going to ask you a question. What do you think is the timeline? Now, from beginning to end, let's say people are staying on their plan. They're listening to what you're saying. You and Andrew, you said.
Yes.
You and Andrew, you're pushing people through. This generation, we want action today, right?
Yeah.
What would you say, honestly speaking? Would you see that people start seeing changes 3 weeks, a month into it? Be honest. Like, where do you start seeing that people see changes and they start getting excited? Because that's where it changes.
Yeah,
that's where I think
realistic.
that realistic.
Of course, yeah.
You see an
result,
ab, or you see a vein come out, and you're like, oh my god, it's working. When do you think
if you are consistent and you follow the program the way it's been laid out for you, with, again, your nutrition, your training, your accountability, all of those things, you can see results physically, depending on your body weight, depending on how much fat you want to lose, or whatever the case may be. You might already be toned and want to get to that next level.
Yeah, we can't be like Mark and Matt.
No,
right?
Yeah.
Flex those muscles for
Let's
me.
see that.
Yeah. So basically, I've seen results as early as 3 weeks,
Okay.
but realistically between 4 and 8 weeks.
Okay.
And it's huge, you guys. Again, it's a lifestyle change, and it's not a quick. There's no quick fix.
I agree.
So that's something that I'm supporting people in changing. Be patient, and if you do these things in line correctly, you will have the results. The program is 3 months, but after that's done, you are more at a lower rate able to continue the coaching and stay on and get new workout plans and just continue building. It's up to you. But at the end of the day, this is a lifestyle. It's not, let's do this for 3 months and then move on.
Right.
This is setting up for the rest of your life.
What I like is that if you go to your Instagram page,
Yes.
and again, I'll plug it, it's at Adonia, ADONIA_AT method.
The AT method.
The AT method,
Yeah.
sorry. If you go to the Instagram page roster, you are your own example.
Yeah.
Because you have your own picture of your own transformation using your own method of what works. And I think that's what I like the most.
Thank you.
About,
Good to know.
About what I see. Because everyone, Mitch, you touched on it. Everyone's in this knowledge, like everyone's, I love what you said too when we talked about, when we said the show, what are some things that we need to get out and talk about? And you were saying, and you said, I hate the word coach. I hate, and I know why, because it feels like everyone's just a quote unquote coach, and
these days.
coach is a cool thing to be and whatever. So I like the fact that you are your own walking billboard. And the proof's in the pudding. So I love it.
That being said, too, there's been so much for me to do this and to platform myself. I've had a lot of resistance. I'm only human too, you guys. I'm going through the roller coaster too.
Sure.
I'm learning things in a different way, putting it together. Putting my face on there has been really difficult. But because I am a product of it, and this is what I truly believe, and I know that this works, I have to show you, especially like my warm market, which is my friends and family, they know that. And to expand on it. And that's why I want to build an authentic page and an authentic package for you, whatever it is, right? Yep. And I also want to share, I do have clients and they're strolling in online, which is fantastic. And I'm so excited to share their stories too, because that's another example of why this works. But you just get clear on what you want.
Yeah.
Not everybody wants to be fit.
No,
Some people are happy being lazy and just working minimum hours and just floating on by. So I'm not knocking any of those people.
Sure.
But what do you want? Do you want to excel? Do you want to live a life that when you're gone, people are going to be like, wow, do you remember what he did or how he guided us? That's really what I want to do. I want to change as many lives as I can. And I think that's the reason I'm on this planet. Nice. And here with you guys.
Boom. And there's like a planet behind her. It's just all
There are
Really?
There's, I look behind.
Oh my God, there
see?
are. Matt, you're going to take some photos while we're in here?
Yeah, absolutely. Come on.
Yeah,
this is what you get with marketing.
Come on, marketing
Heaven
moves.
forbid you do something
over
here. Yeah, exactly.
Heaven forbid marketing, Matt.
Well, that's all. You know, Adonia, I can't wait. I want to see more results. We're going to go to your page. We're going to follow it. We're going to like go all through it. And if you don't believe it, the proof is in the pudding, as you said.
Yeah,
Just
that again. It's
take a
my
look.
favorite. We're not listening to someone who just said one day, I got laid out from my job. I don't know what to do. Why don't I go and you know what? I'll be a fitness coach. I'm in kind of good
Yeah.
shape. Let's say, how you doing? No, not like that at all. We're talking that you've been accumulating this tool belt of yours, doing yoga for so long, doing, you know, the coaching, the inspiration, and life, just actual experiences of life. That I like what you said. You put it all together and you're doing it. Adonia, what Mitch and I want you to do is to make sure that you're posting in the locker room, in the Facebook page, and the roster as well.
All right, I can do that.
And let the roster know because, guys, like I said, when you have a walking, talking billboard, it's just a different story. We're not joking. You look the best that you've ever been in your entire life. It's crazy. You're insanely ripped. My wife's jealous for crying out loud. She saw you the last time. She's like, Adonia's got
more
a six-pack.
incentive to get your wives on the program with me, okay?
Well, my wife's got to get on the
or
program.
Or even you two.
Yeah.
Let's start with you two.
Whoa.
No. Don't take it like that. Don't take it like that.
No, she's totally right.
Yeah, I
She's
know,
totally
bitch, you
right.
need it.
No,
I know that.
absolutely. You
Whoa,
know what?
whoa.
Absolutely.
Don't throw darts at each other.
No, it's what we do.
I
It's
know.
what we do.
I know.
Speaking of darts, we like machine guns. It's rapid banter time. You ready?
I'm ready.
Jeff, you ready? He's not here. Antonia, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
I was born ready.
All right. It's everyone's new favorite segment. We talk about rapid banter. And what it is, it's sports. Last week, it's this week, and it's done in a few minutes. That's it. That's really what it is.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way,
Yeah.
I'd like to dedicate this rapid banter to someone very special.
Sure.
That's you, cousin Jim.
Yes. Let's do it.
Are you
Let's
happy?
do it. Now,
Are you happy,
Antonia,
cousin
I'm gonna let Dimitri go for the first couple, and then I'm gonna throw you in there. You ready?
Oh, God.
All right.
Okay. Way
All
to
right.
put me on
Just
the spot.
remember the rules.
Just watch.
And you got to say rapid banter
Right.
at the end of
At the
every
end of the
exchange.
thing.
Okay, hit me with a couple.
Here we go. Last week, the New York Knicks had a 14% chance of winning the lotto. They came third. Is the Monty real?
Oh, absolutely.
Rapid banter. Tiger Woods last week or a couple weeks ago won the Masters. Last week PGA Championship doesn't even make the cut. Does he have to give back the Medal of Honor or the green jacket?
No, he's got to do the AT method.
Rapid banter.
Love it.
All right. Last week, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, they all passed very controversial abortion laws. We don't talk about that here. But
Don't get me started.
Alyssa Milano from Who's the Boss went on Twitter and said, women from around the world, we need to boycott sex. Are we in trouble?
Oh, my.
If it's Alyssa Milano, we're in big trouble
in
because
big-
I wanted to have sex with her circa 94.
Rapid banter. Lamar Odom last week on TMZ said that he has a sex addiction. He says he's had sex with over 2,000 women. Does he have a problem? Like, what's exactly the number when you realize you have
The
a
only
sex
problem he has is he's 8,000 behind Ric Flair.
Rapid banter. All right, you got the hang of it now? You ready for this?
I don't know, maybe. Let's see what I can do.
This one's for Ando mostly, all right?
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So J-Lo and A-Rod, you know who they are, right?
Yeah, of
okay,
course.
so they're getting married. But she's putting out a new movie. It's kind of the Magic Mike for women. It's a movie primarily about strippers for some reason, right? She took A-Rod to a whole bunch of strip bars. Is that a great move by J-Lo or a bad move by Jenny from the Block?
I don't know if it's a bad move with Jenny from the Block, but it's probably sexy.
Rapid banter. Very good. All
right, all
That's
right.
it. Yeah, you
Yeah,
did it
yeah,
good there.
yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
that's great.
good.
Okay, hit me with another one.
All right, here's another one.
Oh,
There it is.
yeah.
There it is. Last week, there was a judo championship. Okay?
Oh, shit. In Edmonton?
No, I don't know where it was. It was somewhere. There was a judo championship. One of the competitors, was getting in the stance, and their cell phone fell out of their gi. They were automatically disqualified. Fair? Unfair? I mean, where are you going to put your phone?
Why the hell are you wearing it on the competition floor? Rapid banter! Like, are you going to take a selfie? Sorry.
It's probably Marilyn.
You know what? I was going to say Marilyn Semmelgrad but you know what? She wouldn't do that. She's a champion.
That's why cell phones have more germs than bathroom doors.
Oh, you're so right.
Rapid banter.
Dimitri, Kyle Jenner has a best friend who happens to be this Greek girl named Anastasia Karanikolaou. They got themselves matching tattoos. Who do you want a matching tattoo with?
Easy, Ryan Gosling.
Rapid banter.
I can't believe you guys.
Adonia, Little Pump, Teabag Buns, 69 Bonds. What's your rap name?
The Jackal. Hello.
Rapid banter.
I could have gotten something better, but anyways.
That's okay. It's a lot
I
of
think
stress.
I've seen all three of those movies.
All right. The Rock and Kevin Hart, they have become this force together, okay? To the point where now I'm curious, who's strongest? So what if The Rock and what if Kevin Hart both have a movie coming out the same day? Which movie do you go watch?
You're thinking about this all wrong. The Rock and Kevin Hart need to fight Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
Rapid banter. I like that. That was very good. Last week.
They should make a second Twins movie.
Yeah, that'd be that. Now.
Oh, I'm sorry,
that's
Hollywood.
A great,
How many more ideas do you want? How many more?
You know what's going to happen? This is going to come out. This one will come out. This one will come out.
Steal. Marketing Matt, will you post
Write
something?
that down.
Crying out loud.
Tag us in that, and that way they can't steal it.
Okay?
I'm going to add here. Did you guys see Arnie was in South Africa and some guy
drop kicked him?
Yeah.
I saw that, and he
Did you
barely
look at my
moved.
notes here?
So what I'm going to say
Here
is
it
that
is.
fight right away.
Here's
the question, Matt.
Who said you could
Matt,
speak?
you can answer this question if you want. Someone
Sure.
drop kicked Arnold Schwarzenegger from behind last season for no reason. Who do you want to drop kick from behind?
You two.
Rapid banter.
Not bad, actually. Good
Not
answer.
bad. That was a good one. Maybe.
After you guys have
Yeah, we've terrorized him.
terrorized the poor guy.
So, Magic Johnson quit last week. All-time Laker great.
Yeah.
He says, you know what? I'm quitting. I don't like it. He goes on an interview and he basically starts cutting down the whole organization. Is he a rat or is he a poor loser?
Oh, he's a poor loser.
Yeah, I was gonna agree.
Rapid banter. All right. Here's the last one for Rapid Banter. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Actually, no, I got two more.
Okay.
I lied.
How many do you have?
I actually have quite a few today.
Okay.
All right. Oh, here's a good one. This one's for you, Ando.
Okay.
Steph Curry played his brother Seth Curry last week in the Western Conference Final. Two brothers. First
Right.
time. Well, it's not the first time. It's happened quite a few times. But the parents were conflicted. They didn't know what to do. They're in the stands. They're wearing alternating jerseys. They flip back and forth so they don't hurt any of the kids' feelings. You versus Jimmy. Who are your parents cheering for?
Who do you think?
Jimmy. Rapid banter.
Follow-up question.
Yeah.
Now, you versus Kathy. Who wins?
Katerina.
Yeah.
Rapid banter. Katerina takes on Jimmy.
Ooh. That's when I win, bitches.
Rapid banter.
She pulled like the Brock Lesnar. Come into the money in the bank,
right,
steal and let them duke it up.
Yeah, that was good. I like that. All right, here's the last one. Yearld Hockey Championships are having over in Slovakia. The consolation final is Britain versus France. Loser can't play in the tournament next year, okay? France is up 3-0. Britain comes back from behind and wins in overtime 4-3. They start chanting, "We won, but we are still shit." Is that the new slogan that me and Dimitri should have for Real Locker Room Talk?
Absolutely.
Absolutely not. Rapid banter.
All right, there it is. Rapid banter done
leave it
for
to those
another
Brits
week.
to just be honest. Just be honest.
Just be honest. Those guys were honest. They were jumping around. Did you see the highlights?
No.
They were jumping around the ice. They were super pumped.
I don't get ESPN 9.
Isn't that the truth?
All
All
right.
right.
The Brits start playing hockey.
Buddy, you know what? They did
come
all
on.
right. It was a nice goal to end
Against
it.
France. Woo!
Well, hey, you had to see it.
That's
And-
amazing.
And the Italians made it to the next round. Hey, forget about it.
Hey, you're passing me the puck. Hey, what are you doing over here? Okay, hey, we're skating back and forth.
You think I'm going to go get the puck?
I'm
Forget
all right.
it.
And the puck's in their zone. Let it bring it to our zone.
You go get the puck.
Hey, time out over here. Relax. Forget about it, okay?
Oh my God, I would love to be on that bench more than anything in the world. Cigarettes flying, pasta
Amazing.
flying around, who knows?
I would-
All right, from there, that was a good one. Did you
That was
enjoy it? Just
One
good?
of your best rapid banters ever.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed those, actually.
Thank you.
Yes.
We work hard on it.
Yeah.
And finally, but we end with the Grand Poopa, and which is Maga
Sorry,
Malaka.
man, with the what?
Grand Poopa.
That's not a thing.
It's not a thing?
The Grand Poopa?
Poopa.
Pumbaa.
Pumbaa. Pumbaa. Pumbaa.
Now it's changing every
Pumbaa.
time.
They're just so weird with the grand pupa.
Pumbaa.
That's not a thing.
Pumbaa?
No, don't. I know what you're doing.
What am I doing?
You're playing it really cool right now.
I'm just asking if it's not a
Grand
thing.
pupa
If it's
is
not a
actually-
thing, it's not a thing. It's not a thing?
I think I'm
I
embarrassed.
could have swore it's a thing.
I'm embarrassed.
I could have swore.
You know what it is?
It was a thing.
He has no roadmap.
You know, you really
He's got no
changed this week.
roadmap for the
you
podcast.
have really changed this week. I'm just saying that. You know,
What do you mean?
We have a guest here. You get a little ahead of yourself.
I get a little professional.
Yes, I'm just
A little
saying.
respect.
All right, listen. We're gonna go to Maga Malaka. We'll deal with this after. As I drive you home for the next hour, we'll talk about
Hey,
this.
relax.
After. I'm just saying. I'm just
Traffic's a
saying.
thing. Traffic's a thing.
It's a big thing. It's a.
Do you guys carpool here every week?
Oh yeah, carpool.
Yeah,
That's what you call it. I drive every week, so yeah, I guess it is carpool.
Yeah, I'd say it's a carpool.
And there's no karaoke either. Yeah, nothing.
Shittiest Uber I ever rode.
You know what? Cheapest one you've ever rode too.
You know what? We're gonna create.
I've been in better smelling Ubers than your car. Although I
True.
will say
This week was much better.
He finally cleaned his car. I
Yeah.
walked into the
It's a
car.
big thing.
You know, I walked into the car. I sit in and it looked professionally done. I go, who did the carpets? I go, it's fantastic. He
The
goes,
hood.
yeah, and of course, and he did a look. Credit where credit's due.
Thank you.
Credit where credit's
Thank
due.
you.
He's got a baby on the way.
Yeah,
you know.
you got to clean.
Pretty soon
Yeah,
it'll be
no
clean
choice.
some.
Gotta
Yeah,
be
smell
clean.
it up.
baby
Just
puke
wait.
and
Yeah.
sour milk and old diapers.
Between me and him, we are gonna wreck that thing. Yeah, exactly.
Is it leather on the inside?
It is.
Oh,
It's
you're
leather.
so
Oh,
doomed.
yeah. See, rookie move.
So doomed.
You got to go cloth.
I gotta go cloth.
Put a towel in the back. When you
Yeah,
do the
just
baby,
make sure all your
get the
bases
towel,
are covered because you think your car is dirty when you drive it. Just wait till that
You know
kid
what?
gets older.
I think I know what Maga Malaka next week will be for.
I love that we can brainstorm in advance together.
Exactly.
Through controversy sparks inspiration.
Absolutely.
Now,
Rapid
look,
podcast.
we have Adonia here
Yes.
today, and we talked fitness, we talked mental stability, but Adonia also is a yoga instructor from the past.
Not from the past,
She-
currently.
Sorry, still going. Yeah, well, you know,
I haven't hung up my namaste.
namaste. Oh,
Which is Greek for namaste,
Nam-
kala.
Namaste kala. It is. Do you know?
So is
do you
yoga
know-
Greek?
Do you? Yes, it can be Greek. Okay. Do you know what namaste means?
No, I
Be
don't
well or
actually.
something? No.
Well, generally be well, but most translations is the light within me honors the light within you.
Oh.
Yes.
Namaste.
You know what?
And what does namaste
Namaste,
kala
bitch.
mean? Really? If you take that into Greek and translate namaste kala, may we all be well.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a good point.
so-
And
basically-
respect each other.
They
respect each other.
stole yoga from the Greeks.
Yes.
My God, another thing. You're
Another
welcome.
thing. What?
You know Pilates was Greek? You know that guy, the guy who started Pilates?
Jimmy Pilati.
His name's
His name is Joseph.
Joseph Pilates.
His
He's
name was
Greek.
Jimmy.
Are you sure?
100%.
Google
Marketing
it.
Matt, get
Do
on
something,
Google.
goddamn.
Joseph
So
Pilates.
what you're
He's
saying
of
is
Greek
basically-
descent. I'm telling you, I've been bragging about this for 4 years.
Marketing Matt wants to drop kick the namaste out of you.
Well, I'm gonna stay inside here to be safe. You know what I'm saying?
Maga Malaga. Listen, Jeff, you know what?
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you.
That was good.
Here we go. It's Maga Malaka, and it's a variety
Hold
of
on.
things.
Okay,
what is it?
So Joseph Pilates, he is actually a German American physical trainer.
Shut up. Look at
So
his
sorry.
look at his roots.
Is what?
Look at his this.
He's German.
No.
German
He's
American
gentleman's-
man.
I want you to do me a favor. Go to Wikipedia, type in famous
You know
Greeks.
what? We don't have time for this. We gotta go to Maga Malaka.
Yeah, it says
I believe you.
German
I believe you. Who
American.
cares? It doesn't matter. Anthony believes you too.
Sure.
your mouth shut.
So yes,
believe it.
going back to what you were saying,
Yes.
yoga's been around I've been doing it for a while.
Yes, you're the master. So we got that. You know your Greek entertainment because you are the defending champion with Vicky as the Vixen and Chaco show. So we're gonna do the Maga Malaka version today is gonna be basically a little bit of everything. Yoga, working out, everything.
Sure.
What's Maga? What's Malaka?
You know,
Ready?
Because
Okay.
you need an arsenal.
Yeah,
to
I'm
achieve
ready.
your success.
So who's deciding?
You and Dimitri and
Okay.
Jeff and Matt.
I decide.
I don't know about Matt.
I
Matt's in the
decide
hot
because I
seat
get
right
the
now.
button.
Matt is in.
He hits the button. So
Yeah,
he
it's
decides.
true.
You could have lied once.
Here we go. You ready? Nice easy one. Nice easy one. Over the plate.
Just an underhand
Just
toss.
an underhand toss.
Just-
Here we go. The lotus position. Maga or Malaka?
Ooh, I gotta go Malaka because it is dangerous.
But it's such a MAGA move when you can cross your legs like that and sit in that position.
I switched to Maga.
Maga it is. This one's my favorite one. It's called and hopefully you can help me here. Savasana?
Shavasana.
Thank you.
Is it Shavasana?
Even I know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one's where you just lie on the floor. You just lie on the floor.
Okay, everyone, we're doing the 7 saunas right now.
Yeah, it is so
Hold the
wonderful.
fort. Shavasana is the last pose of every yoga class.
Yeah.
Where you get to chill and relax.
Yeah. It's the best one. You just
Maga.
lie down, and that's it. Maga is right.
Maga is 100% in
You
it.
literally reach it,
Yeah.
lie on your back.
Can we change it to the tebeli?
No, trust me. By the time you get there, you're like, that's it. I'm done.
Now, this one's I've
about
always
a minute
found to
in
be
with Tamarana.
very controversial.
Okay.
The handstand. Maga or Malaka?
You're a maga if you can do it. You're
Yeah.
a malaka if you can't.
That was my exact answer. That was my exact answer.
All right, the warrior pose. Maga or Malaka?
You're Greek, right?
Yeah.
Are you a warrior? So what's your answer?
Well, I know.
More importantly, the ultimate warrior pose.
The next pose for Mitch is the worrier pose.
Yeah, that's the warrior.
Oh, my
God, what's happening here?
I can't wait to see you change your first diaper.
Here, we'll work over to workouts. Bench press. Maga or Malaka?
Maga.
Maga it is. It is such a great one.
Also, if you've seen any fail videos with people bench pressing by themselves and they have like 8 plates on each side, don't be a malaka.
Yeah.
With,
What makes you think you could do that by yourself?
I don't know. And people videotape themselves too, like,
It's pretty
and then they
awesome.
post their fails. I don't understand.
The funniest ones are the guys doing the squats and then they fail and like knock themselves out on the rack of
Thank
weights.
you very much.
right?
Next one up, and I did them yesterday. Some squats. Maga or Malaka?
Maga if you can do it, right?
No, man. Malaka, I hate the squats. It's too hurting. It hurts too much. I can't do it.
I'm going to say malaka on this one just because squats are so hard, you guys. And if you're not watched and corrected and that, you're going to screw up your hips and your knees. So,
There it
I've
is.
never physically done a squat, so by
Okay.
default, I'm going Malaka.
yeah.
Malaka it is.
Malaka it is.
Here's one, controversial one. I think people put too much merit on this one. Chin-ups. Maga or Malaka?
Yeah, and it's
I'm gonna
Maga? I
Yeah.
hate them. They're the
Firemen
worst.
do it. Anything firemen do is
Are you crazy? Those wide
Yeah.
grip pull-ups, if you can do those, you're
Of course,
a
if you
Maga.
can do them. The point is no one can.
Did you see my post in my back today?
No.
Well, then you might change your mind from malaka to maga.
Check that later.
Yeah.
The elliptical machine. Maga or Malaka?
Malaka.
Malaka, 100%.
Still don't get it.
I still don't
You
get
shouldn't have the ability to go backwards. That's even worse about Malaka.
the elliptical. You mean?
that's a-
Are
it's
such a
you
good
guys
point.
talking
Like, who
why
goes
do it?
backwards? Like
Yeah.
the backwards elliptical people? Get out of the gym. Just stop.
They're
Stop.
always on rewind, those guys. Eh?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
just,
crazy,
they're-
you know?
They think they're back in the future. They're trying to go
You know what
back,
it is?
you
Those
know?
people should go back. Remember, in like the early 90s, there was a lady who sat on the chair and did like the toe exercises while sitting on the chair. It was for people who didn't want to get up. She's like, and side, and side.
First off,
How long has it been since you guys have been on an elliptical machine?
oh, a long time.
Like if I've ever.
Because
not sure if
I'm
it's fair for-
thinking it's pretty maga because I can ride the cycle for like a half an hour and barely break a sweat.
Yeah, but you go backwards, Jeff?
Oh, I go backwards. I go around. I play games on my phone. I balance. I do no hands.
Hard work on stand. Hard work on. Here's one that I think is weird. It does the most amount of work for your abs, I hear. Planks. Maga or Malaka?
Oh, dude, how long can you hold a plank for?
10 seconds, maybe?
Let's work up to 30 seconds.
30?
Okay? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can go. I
love
can
how
go
he's
over a
writing
minute.
these
I can
things.
do it. I'm over a minute.
It's fantastic.
Over a minute.
Nice.
Well
Over a
done.
minute.
Good for
Awesome.
you. I'm impressed.
We're going
On
to have
the
a planking
floor.
competition when we're done this
And-
podcast.
Yeah.
From there, we go to entertainment.
Plank for charity. That's a good one.
Yeah, that is wonderful.
A plankathon.
Stan the man from Agape Greek Radio. Maga or Malaka?
Absolute maga.
Stan, I'm going to go Maga for this one. However, you've been dodging Mitch for too long.
Too long, Stan. Don't
What?
I don't want to be
dare.
the guy.
He's dodging
I don't
me.
want to be
He's
the guy
dodging me.
to turn on you.
Yeah, don't make me do it, Stan.
Adonia,
Do you want me
maybe-
to take care of this?
We might need you to
You know,
jump in.
yes and no, because every email he sends is directed to me, and I feel empowered. So
Right.
I'm just, I like
I
it.
see.
He
It's an
loves
ego
it.
thing.
You don't worry, guys. I'll take care of this. Don't
All right.
worry. Stan, if you're listening, you're clearly listening because you don't have a choice.
Yeah. He listens to everything.
Wait a second, he's been listening to the whole thing.
Oh my God. no
Every
wonder.
time. Everything that's aired on Agape Greek Radio.
Well, that's it for episode 83. Wrap it
Find
up.
us on our Turkish counterparts, Merhaba, Greek Radio, Turkish
All of a sudden,
Radio.
Agape Greek Radio is minus 2 shows. No more Vixen and Jackal. No more Real Locker Room Talk. That's a Malaka move. Don't be a Malaka
And
stand.
we would ruin it. We would. Yeah, don't be a Malaka stand.
Yeah, don't do it. 2 more, and we'll finish it all off.
right, let's do
Here it
it.
is. This week, the Stampede's coming up. They announced the Coca-Cola stage, and wouldn't you know, Dimitri's favorite band, the Hanson Brothers, are going to be on Maga or Malaka.
Come on, Malaka.
Sorry, Dimitri. I don't know why.
Is that real? Is that a fact?
Yeah, it's fact.
Now, if the Hanson brothers showed up with pads and skates, yeah.
Last one. This one's for you, Adonia. Entertainment, John Stamos, Maga or Malaka.
Is he on the Coke stage?
I wish.
Oh, God. One could only be blessed.
You know what? He's got great hair. He's a MAGA.
Yeah.
really does.
And he's 50 and just had a baby. So, oh yeah. He's a baba finally.
Yeah.
Good for him.
So that means
He's no
he'll-
George K, though.
No.
That's a guy.
Judge Gay.
That's a guy
That's
who's 50
him
with
all
a
day,
baby.
baby.
That makes it happen.
No, I saw him the other night. He's 57 with twins.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think that takes work.
There it is, episode 83.
You guys, it's been such a pleasure. Thanks for having me on the show.
Oh, thanks. This is not the last time.
Oh,
This
no.
was just a taste.
Yeah.
This was absolute taste. But no, thank you for coming on. It was a long time in waiting. I'm glad we could finally make it happen.
Thank you.
But you know what? We got to spell it off again, guys. Check it out at Adonia _
The A-T method.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Hit me up. Let's do this. This
Get
has
on the
changed your
Instagram.
life.
Do it. Check out the transformation. Okay, the proof is in the pudding. But again, thank you to alchemystudio.ca, headversity.com. Follow us on the channels, reallockerroomtalk.com, at Mitch and Dimitri. And guys, Agape Greek Radio, they got a star-studded lineup from top to bottom across, not just Greek music, but a good variety show. Look, episode 83, we got to shove this thing in the locker because now we got to hit the showers.
Just so you know, 321 calories sitting here in this
I really
sauna.
actually wanted to know how many calories I have burned, you
I'm
guys, because
schwitzing.
I'm soaked from head to toe.
There it is.
And also, hit me up. I want to be back for episode 100.
Hey, that's a good idea.
The Centennial Show.
We'll bring everybody into the
We'll do the whole...
We'll do every